Lotus froze. Turn to ban. Radiant team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds.
I love the one-up guys. They're great. They've been awesome to have on board, along with our usual creative content team. They bring a lot of fun, a lot of zest. I know a lot of people out there watching them like, who are these guys? Oh, they're so intense. I don't like it, but...
Did you know you had that sticker on your back?
Yeah, I did. I mean, I knew they were doing something along the lines of, like, when he patted me. He told me, I knew about it when he patted me on the back. I figured something was going.
Oh, magic broken, I guess.
I don't think anyone patted me on the back. Now I'm nervous.
Like, I didn't know immediately.
Why'd you hit him over
I didn't know immediately, but then I had to, like, when you like remember something that you like had earlier.
Yeah.
That's what happened there.
Now we do have a draft already underway,
Oh,
so
already?
we got to make sure we acknowledge that and let it get
Oh, there it is.
going. But I gotta say, one part of that video hit close to home.
What, they're your fake slacks?
The way, Jesus, I've been known as what is called professional slacks, actually.
Okay.
I can see that.
I can take that title.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Very unprofessional, I guess, according to game number 1. Here's game number 2, though. By the way, guys, what's your favorite omelet again?
Dude, wait, I actually want to bring up, what is your guys' top 3 favorite Christmas movie?
Ooh.
Because
We were talking about this earlier.
I'll be one of the hipsters that say Die Hard, of course.
No, I
Die Hard?
Well, Die Hard's my second. It goes Jingle All the Way, Die Hard, Emoji Movie.
Die Hard's definitely in my top 3. I think Grinch is number 1 for like nostalgic reasons.
Okay.
Jim Carrey's like one of my favorites.
Guys, we're here for Dota.
Oh, you're right. Sorry. Reddit
Sorry,
thread
Twitch
made,
chat.
Yeah, they made sure we didn't talk about random stuff.
Yeah, but Jingle All the Way, it's a clear classic.
Yeah.
VP
What?
actually, they see the AA and they're like, we don't want to play against AA Morphling. We're just going to pick Morphling and put it somewhere else.
They're just going to do a... And then look at it. They have
That is
full
ballsy.
team fight on Kinguin. This is...
I don't know. I do like Kinguin's opening here.
Would you say VP's draft is cocky fogged, honestly?
I think they just don't want to give the Morphling. Like, there's an AA, right?
Yeah.
And they banned DOTA. I think it's a
But
way
AA
to
is
just...
good versus Morphling too, right?
Yeah, they'd rather play
I know,
it
but
into
I'm
a
saying-
counter than
That's what
have
I'm
to
saying.
deal with a...
They'll throw it on off lane or something. They won't put it on one of those priorities.
Yeah, the thing is, Morphling's like his weakness is level 1 in lane, and then AA like really ties that up. So you can put him mid, you can put him safe lane. It's like why it's such a powerful opening, and they counter each other, so it locks a counter to Morphling. It just makes the hero so powerful, that more powerful than he already is. Last game they banned it on Team Kinguin. They banned it first round. So this game, I think they didn't believe that Virtus Pro would pick it into an AA.
But guess what? They did.
They did.
They did it early in the tournament.
Yeah, they made it off lane, and Stunner Morphling doesn't seem nearly as good as it used to be, because you actually like knock back the guy
Out of the
700.
team
Yeah.
fight. Yeah. Whoa.
That's why you get a blink, so you blink behind knock
Yeah,
and
force him
the
in.
team.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
basically a 4-step stun, is what it seems like.
Shadow Shaman looked at one of the better heroes versus Tide now, since you can't dispel the Hex.
Hex.
I
Yeah,
think Kinguin
there's
knew
no
it was
crack in
coming
the
though,
shell.
right? Because they banned Wyvern and Bane. Like, it's the clear pick for your
Yeah,
fighting hero.
they must have known it's gonna be one of those 3, and they just like, which one would we most like to play against?
A weak one.
For the reason
well,
you said that Shadow Shaman and the Hex, like, are we seeing him more than like Lion just because he also brings that like push element, or why are we not seeing Lion as much as Shadow Shaman because of the Hex value?
It's just the damage.
Damage, yeah. You have
It's literally just the base damage. I
your
think.
base damage, your wave clear. Like, you provide much more in a team fight than a Lion does. Lion, the stun is like, you know, it can be cool, but you don't see many people, like, you don't see Lion really often, but you don't see like a 4-man stun coming out from a Lion or anything.
Yeah.
Shadow Shaman's job is like, you lock that one character down, or you split push with your wards or get a tower.
I mean, I would agree. You make a strong case. So for the sake of the Lion, then, is he just stuck in a bit of a rut at this point, giving so much to Rasta?
Yeah, you just need to give him something that Rasta doesn't offer early on, and maybe like more range. They did that to A like a couple patches ago, where A got like 150 extra range on his attacks, and suddenly that hero was like first round.
I personally want to rework, actually. I don't like Mana Drain as an ability.
I agree. I actually agree with that.
It's really awkward. You
Maybe
just sit
maybe
there-
lower the mana numbers on his abilities a bit.
Yeah, I just Mana Drain for me, I feel like they've done this a lot for other heroes where they just combine 2 abilities. I feel like something like that for Lion could even come into play and add a 3rd thing.
Oh, like every time
Because
he impales you, he steals mana.
Something-
If you're able to
like that,
mana
right?
drain for like 3 seconds, it will stun them briefly afterwards or something.
some type of other thing, because just sitting there and you mana drain like 400 mana, it's like, wow.
Past 15 minutes into the game, that's like, when do you ever actually manage?
Yeah, it feels very one-dimensional. It doesn't really have any uses. That's just a personal opinion.
I
though.
agree.
I love this clockwork.
That's a good point. I wouldn't have thought of it.
Against bounty.
Usually you want a carry that's like not vulnerable to clockwork killing them, because either a core clockwork or that's an offlane morphling.
I think it's gonna be the little clockwork against AA and bounty
Yeah.
hunter.
Yeah,
That
Lifestealer's a good example of a
I-
hero that doesn't care
You're
about
done.
clock.
I like Lifestealer versus Tiny, and I think also they have to. I think they actually have to ban Shadow Fiend still as the last one, because I think VP will take Shadow Fiend instantly if it's there.
It
and they'll
is
throw
like
the more
Lifestealer
offline.
is good against Shadow Fiend, but the clockwork Shadow Fiend is so scary
Yeah.
to lane against with the
10
extra
seconds
cog damage.
I think Kinguin has to ban SF here, or VP will take it.
5 seconds remaining.
They do need a vehicle.
I was
for
just thinking
Lifestealer,
that,
yeah.
but I was like, I don't want to say that because everyone says that. But I'm
Puck
glad
still,
you did.
yeah, that Storm, yeah, they banned the Storm, that's scary. Puck's still in the pool, but then it's like a solo Lifestealer core. I like the Storm, yeah, SF ban, as you
Yeah,
said.
they have to.
I like a carry-esque type vehicle if they're already left. Storm is definitely the best option. Like, you don't want a solo core Lifestealer. Usually, but maybe with Bounty Hunter it's more viable.
10 seconds.
They look like they want to
remaining.
just really ramp up the pace of this game.
So is Puck bad then middle?
I
5 seconds
I think it
remaining.
is.
I think it's a good pick, but it leaves them with, like I said, a solo core Lifestealer, which against Morphling Tiny doesn't seem
Yeah,
like
you're
the
at another
dream, I
timing
guess.
window, right?
yeah,
like
like
last game.
if you're like playing against better teams, it's hard to put yourself on a window because they know exactly what that window is, and since they're just so clean in their execution, it's like hard to force the game to. Like the times we saw Kinguin win is when they were the ones on the so they do go.
They go
Puck.
for it anyway.
Like there didn't seem like another option. I couldn't think of one.
I was sitting there thinking, I'm
Yeah.
like, what can they use to abuse with the Bounty Hunter and to work with the Lifestealer? And I didn't really see any big options.
I mean, Puck has late game with like the Dagon burst build, being pretty powerful against Morphling. But like we said, they can just make it an offlaner.
This just means the tight end has to farm a lot more than before. Like,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
what it feels like.
Remaining.
They need a. They can go either lane with this pick, like literally any lane. They could put Morphling mid, Tiny safe, Tiny mid, Morphling safe, Morphling off lane, Tiny either of the other two lanes. Like
Can VP just go for TA here? For the matchup versus both Lifestealer
honestly,
and versus
TA
Puck?
does look really good.
It looks like a pretty solid TA game. Because then they can farm Ancients too. They've got Roche.
They know.
Yeah,
I know what
TA
they
look-
want.
They already
TA
know
looks
what they
sick
want, yeah.
actually. If they're out.
Trying to think what other option. In case they don't grab that one.
It's really good against Lifestealer too.
Yeah, that's why I'm. It doesn't care so
No
much about
stuns on the
BH.
supports.
Yeah.
I think TA. I still think Quap is deep.
It's not as
What
good of
about
a lane matchup though. Is what the only like deciding factor I think. Like I agree with you. It's good for the game, but not. They do like virtually any disable on the side of.
TA or Dragon Knight.
I was just thinking DK maybe.
But you're versus a Lifestealer, which isn't. I mean, it's not. It's not like.
AA, I think it would be more of the issue if I'm a Dragon Knight.
True. True that. I'm still leaning on TA, but VP's their own style. We'll see.
I'm gonna learn what the best pick is in a second.
Razor. Okay.
Massive.
Razor versus Tide and Lifestealer.
I mean, it is a solo core Lifestealer.
Yeah.
Usually I don't love Razor against Lifestealer because you have some semblance of like another mid hero that scales, but
Yeah,
your
Razor
only
against-
damage is Lifestealer.
Yeah, Lifestealer and Tide, like
Yeah.
neither of those are bad lanes for him. Even Bounty Hunter.
They're just gonna put the They're just gonna put the Tiny mid versus
Yep.
the Puck, and then Razor versus Tide. They're just gonna hard counter the Patos.
We all just thinking it's another good VP draft and they're just gonna carry it through. Or do you think? I mean, Kinguin.
They lack team fight.
Yeah.
They have like no team fight on VP side is the one concern I think I would say.
So, but if they win laning phase, they get their key items. You just never team fight, split push kind of thing with Morph.
I think if Kinguin can get out of the laning stage and then like really snowball with some track kills, like
Track and Ravage team fighting
Yeah,
all
yeah.
together. They get that one moment and they just really capitalize with it.
I'm not gonna lie though, I think this draft does heavily favor VP.
Yeah.
I agree. I think like Razor. I sometimes I do like when like there's a get in the face. Like you can actually kill the Razor before the link starts mattering, but it's a solo core Lifestealer. I think the game can get to a point where Tiny and Razor just don't really. They'll just shrug off the damage
Yeah.
and they can deal with it quite nicely.
I love that Storm ban. That was actually like the perfect ban.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, this is game number 2. VP Kinguin. Can Kinguin go for an upset here? Do you got? There definitely is a chance. Anytime with Tide AA, right? Like you win 1 or 2 team fights, and it could just be over, especially with track kills. But they have to get those perfect team fights, and that is not easy to do against the almost consensus favorite of the tournament.
I just don't see how they like split them up on the side of Kinguin, meaning like they make Virtus Pro or like how Virtus Pro will not be able to split push, I guess. Like
Yeah,
Virtus Pro can kind of just
exactly.
control the map. And then like the only time they can team fight with Kinguin is the Ravage. So anytime Ravage is on cooldown,
Oh my.
Yeah, maybe
He's gonna go down here, yeah.
Early pick on Lil, though.
That's good. That's a good start. But like, it's just what I was trying to say is, if Ravage is on cooldown, I feel like Virtus Pro is gonna get a lot more off the map. Kinguin will, because they can't force team fights, and then they don't offer that much kill potential on the cores.
I think this might be the tournament where Tide skills gush the most to level 1.
Yeah,
They're
this is really good though.
Dude, it's owning.
Welcome to game number 2.
There you go.
Says
Okay,
Kinguin.
that's a great start for them. That actually can change significantly the dynamic of a lane. Like Razor traditionally, you know, pretty much dumpsters Tide. And I like how he leveled Gush. His lane's not going to be normal. You got to get creative when you're in these crappy lane matchups.
And he had double clarity, so he's happy because the cogs even pushed him back and drained a ton of his mana, but he got 2 gushes up and he still has almost 2 more.
Those got the kills, so that's like the most value skill
So
point
good.
Gush.
I love. What a great start. And even they got 3 runes, right? Not bad for King.
Yeah, this is like the opposite of last game. Last game they got like the double D ward
All right.
kill on Virtus Pro side. Asking if they can upgrade the courier.
You think that was, you like that change BSJ as a carry? You're not a really support, but as a carry, the automatic upgrade at 3,
Yes.
overall
yes.
is a good change.
I just hated having to ask for it, honestly.
You kind of look like a jerk, but you're like, well,
Yeah,
it's
it's
your
like
job.
exactly.
Do your job.
Oh, he's gonna go down here on our style.
What is happening?
Dude, I'll give Puck the kill.
AA so much damage.
Hey, stole.
His attack speed just a little faster.
That's a
He has boots now.
that's a
if he
Yapsor
wants.
move right there. Make sure he gets the last hit.
I actually really like it though, because it does give him boots now.
Nah, you know, it's actually sometimes a lot more important on supports to get the kill because they're not getting any farm.
He did get the range creep pull. No melee, but he's got that one range. That's the important one. I saw Ramses try to just drain and
Nice, and they deny the range creep away.
love it. Actually, Nisha goes down this time, and man, it's gonna be an action-packed mid lane if it's just a 2-on-2.
This is a very bad matchup for Puck. In terms of the
Why so?
Tiny just out base damages you.
Okay.
Pretty much all there is to it. Like Puck usually relies on her high base damage or his or her. See Twitch Tech is pretty triggered by that.
Rips off the trees, so like no support can easily hide in there.
Yeah.
I like that.
Oh, I'll take that. It's 3-1 Kinguin, but the last kill does come. No one gets it. That's great for them. But Lifestealer versus more. This is a straight up 1v1 lane, BSJ. If you were in this lane, would you feel good if you're the Lifestealer, or would you feel, ugh?
This is an issue. I actually have never played this matchup. I feel like
It's different.
Yeah, I played with both of these heroes a lot. This is a weird matchup. I feel like if he gets no help on Lifestealer's side, this lane's actually pretty hard.
Here we go. Caught in the river here.
Arcel
Shackle
is dead.
locked up, but Arcel obviously going to get bullied again between the chilly fingers of both AA and Puck.
I like the way Wayne ripped to take the kill that time, actually. I mean, they didn't
He's
have
like,
to.
I'm done.
Not this
I'm
time.
not having this.
Know your role.
This could be a follow-up kill here with the Bounty Hunter.
Okay, they're making the move for no one.
I don't think, do they have enough without Chili Fingers?
Tosses it back, says I
They
see
do
you.
not. That is a very tiny.
And the Centroid, yeah, like you said, just gets the toss back, and that's nice. But still, 4-1. I mean, obviously, early game kills, they're hype, but as we said, the nerf to them and all that, sometimes just dominating a lane is
I actually know
far
for a
better.
fact VP is
They're fine with it.
enjoying what's going on in this game. Like,
Because you would hope also that maybe you're not getting rewarded in the game, but maybe psychologically you're giving it to him. But VP is a pretty headstrong.
yeah, look at the look at the CS. Like bottom lane is favoring Morphling in a
Holy,
1v1.
a lot.
Like top lane is Razor dominating the Tide, and then mid lane's like kind of a wash. So this is 2.5 lanes and 1 for VP, despite all the kills.
Got the range creep too up there in the pole, and they're gonna go for it. I don't think there's a kill possible here, but they're gonna try.
Oh, it's like exactly what Kinguin needs to do, but in terms of the go for kills, but because they're not going to win the trades. But I think that's why it's just like a superior draft.
Oh my good, is this actually gonna be a solo kill? I think he needs 2 hits now. You have 1, 2, he got it. I mean, that's an off lane, right? The off lane morph, that is so worth it for him. My goodness.
Morphling's so ridiculous in 1v1s now. He used to be weak because of the Morphling, like, or because of the attribute shift mana cost, but now it's just, unless you bully him with multiple heroes, he just wins every trade because he's so high armor and so high damage, low base attack time.
Phase boots up on the Razor. This Tide actually can't do anything except pull away. And even that, look at Lil. Going for it. Level 2. Like, it does
Bounty
no
Hunter.
damage. What?
Takes
He
it.
steals?
Wow.
That's rough. This is actually, even though it is 5-2 in kills, like VP, like you said, they're in the room right now. They're feeling super fine about this.
I mean, yesterday that's all they could talk about was like, who cares about kills?
Get kills. Tiny is going in. It's gonna be a 2-on-3. Toss him back. Can he get him? We're gonna see TP coming from Lil. No one will go down.
Bump
Ooh,
back.
The cog push.
And the Ether shot. We'll hope get
If the two
trade.
supports on the side of VP can get like decent levels in their game like this, they're just gonna snowball so hard because they already have like all 3 cores having a good game. They'll just ramp up the pace faster than King. And Lifestealer's game is bad, which is more important. Like he is a solo core Lifestealer. I'm scared for Kinguin right now. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, when's Kinguin's window? Is it actually just the level 6s on AA and Tide? And
I think it's track. Yeah, I mean
track.
combined with those, like they
Yeah.
have to use those once they have track.
see if they can do it. But the levels are actually pretty slow on both teams right now. Winner will find Lil. Lil still being level 2, just drain his mana. Always feels good. Yeah. Back to middle. Nice. Done to get the harass as well as the range creep. I love range creep kills. Cheers me up.
I just imagine you depressed and going and pulling out a nice gift loop of crease being denied.
Oh, I absolutely. Dude, Exotic Deer got the pull for himself.
Soothing.
He got a full pull on that bottom.
Atos is whipping out the taunt strats.
Oh, 20 gold. Making a move for the Posh.
Yeah, not much you can really do against Posh. He has wave for him. He's actually
It's just like a
he's manning up.
hit. I mean, team's not coming, but he'll eventually
He has
jump
20
away.
denies on offlane Warframe. Like that's just so scary.
Left on Puck. He's going for the kill, but a nice turnaround.
He runs. He's not going to get pros. Good.
Art style. He has an Invis rune.
Oh!
My God.
Zaps down the fairy dragon.
The level 2. Level 2 lightning. It's level 4.
Hurts so good.
Just killing it. All right, so you're Kinguin now, PSJ. What do you do?
Thank you. Thank you. I'm not gonna lie. I actually don't know. I feel like they had to at least give this Lifestealer a bit of a start.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, they have these like 2 losing lanes in terms of Puck against Tiny and Tide against Razor. So at this point, like usually when you're at this point, you think, what can I do? And there's like nothing obvious. You just have to wait until there's something more obvious. And in this case, it's just their level 6 with track and Tide, Ravage. Look for key kills with that. I mean, you can definitely come back. But it looks like Morphling's actually building to carry, which is insanely scary. Like in the other game, he had a really rough lane, so he was forced to.
It was crazy.
Yeah,
the old
Tranquils, Ether Lanes, Blink.
Yeah.
But now, like they have 3 carries on the side of VP.
And they're all farmers.
Yes, and none of them are susceptible to Bounty Hunter.
Yeah, that's crazy. Just flat out.
They even talked
winning the lane.
Yeah, VP even talked about like Bounty has to have at least 1 lane, if not. I mean,
Yes.
they said if you don't have 2 lanes, it's a bad pick.
Well,
No.
It's like Razor's a hero that can maybe die to Bounty Hunter, but it's with the help of
2
the
almost.
Tide Hunter, like the offlaner that he's helping, and Tide Hunter just gets damage sucked and does nothing. So it requires the Lifestealer to rotate, and then this Lifestealer's not having a great game either.
Well, he pops the dust. He does get him. Can he body block him? Tries, but he's just gonna get the solo kill with the dust.
He has a phase movement when he's
Oh, yeah,
this,
yeah.
you know,
Fine.
giving you the
knowledge.
bomb. Yeah.
Thank you.
That was a bomb.
6 to 5.
Thank you for the sound effects make everything bomb.
He's super dead. He's oh, can he get the rune? He's trying.
Go for Oh man, Ramsey's just.
Before you die, I will take this in front of you as well.
He made sure he like
No one's
waited to
dead,
kill
though.
him first.
Okay. They fire back.
Buck coil used. That's most important that that kill gives levels to the supports.
Radiant's
Side of
top
Kinguin.
tower is under
All right, Fog. We know you were just meditating for about the last 5 minutes on what Kinguin can do.
Just
What did you come up with?
it in like photosynthesis right now.
I missed a lot of what was going on, guys. I'll be honest here.
Right.
Well, you were meditating.
Yeah, the meditating.
Yeah,
Am I-
Centralized
I actually-
focus.
Okay.
So at least your chi is
Okay.
good.
I'm trying to see what happens.
It looks like a loss of 3 lanes for the most part. Like mid lane was a wash, and the other 2 lanes are a loss
Okay,
for
so but
Kinguin here.
Kinguin got 2 kills earlier. Right?
Yes.
I missed it.
There's first 2 blood.
Yeah, meditating can be distracting.
Now they are playing a little bit aggressive. Ramsey's gonna damage suck, so Patos can't do much except go for the body block, but he goes Ravage.
I don't think that's enough.
I think it might be now that they have chili fingers on the bounty.
He has obviously.
Turn and whip him. Turn and whip him. Boom.
Oh man.
Dude, he shuriken through before hitting the Janata. I didn't like that. I think it actually messed up. But they do get the kill, but Ramsey's nails him. Now Exotic Gear, look at this. Oh my, he is so pressured.
Having to play lifesteal like this is just so
How did Morphling get so farmed? in this
1v1 versus Lifesteal.
Really?
Great one,
Yeah.
and he got a solo kill.
Yeah,
Okay.
Lifesteal relies on Feast to win the lane, and you know it does damage. It's physical, so Morphling with low HP, high armor.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my.
Boom. Drop down the Serpent Trap. Holy. And it is Kinguin on the run. They're going to be losing their bounty. Are they going to get the follow-up takedown of Exotic Deer? Trying to hide within
He's
the
not having the
trees.
best.
This deer is prancing away.
I think he's good. He has
Looking
rich
for
TP.
a nook and cranny to hide in, but Pasha is just
Finds him in
not
time.
phased.
He hits for
Look at that.
130 damage on her.
The skill build too, having the max adapt streak, so much damage it did there.
Yeah. Popped off on him. Now they get a tower too. This is spiraling.
He's basically playing like a carry. I mean, in terms of like the way the lane played out, he's going 4-step. Okay, honestly, like if you look at the lineup of Kinguin, other than Coil, what do they do when a hero gets 4-step?
Yeah, we said there was no disables on the 2 supports in the draft.
I love that item build on the Morphling. He realizes like their only way back in the game is bounty hunter kills, and he's just going 4-step. That's
Look at that. Chunking away like 300 life with each adaptive.
Offlane Morphling here.
he could like be a carry, but he realized like they don't need 3 carries, so he's gonna have all this farm and just be a utility Morphling anyways.
Did he switch his item build there? I saw him switch to 4-step quick, and I think I saw him buy something at base, but
On Morphling?
yeah.
Wait, he might have got Yules. It was
I think he
4-step for
finished.
Yules.
He's finishing
finished
the
the
force.
force already?
Yes, and then he's getting a Yules.
Or is
I
he
mean,
just, he's just switching
No,
to
he's just
Yules.
going to-
Oh, he's actually straight up going.
Yeah,
Is he
yeah.
going back for Lincoln's then? What's the ring of health for?
Casual.
Just casual ring.
For now.
It looks good on the finger.
Radiant's top
Nope.
tower has been
He doesn't have
denied.
The one ring. Have you guys ever had a funnel cake?
Yes.
Yeah, I've been to
That was random.
the boardwalk before.
No, because this game is just spiraling out of control. Like when they make a funnel cake and they spiral it up.
Oh, that's a good connection and still all relevant to Dota.
Yes,
There will
exactly.
be no complaints or threads.
What?
How do you think of these things? That's just what you were thinking about? You're thinking of a funnel cake when this game's going on?
Oh, I'm sorry. Am I not allowed to think funnel cakes?
Could have been closer to cotton candy, maybe.
I'm just curious.
Just bullying my funnel cake.
I'm honestly
Bad
just curious at your thought process sometimes.
I mean, when you have to play lifesteal like this, 11 minutes in, don't have an armor yet, you're like,
Yeah, I wish I had a
open
funnel
woods and
cake.
creeps to farm jungle.
He's their solo carry too.
That's what I was
Weird
saying.
side
Is
by
like when
side.
he was losing the lane, it's like, he's solo core.
Oh, blood splattered, but
Give him another one.
Do you get experience for ward denies?
no.
Oh, okay. I've never like, yeah. How often do people see people deny wards?
Because you're not a support.
Yeah.
Forces out the face.
Dude, he's already like, look at his strength. The A blast is coming. This could be killed 9. He got
They
it.
need that. He's tracked too.
I don't think they can kill him. He's running forward.
They're
They
speedy
track.
though.
The
Look at
track
Nisha
kill.
with track.
A blast just wore off.
Razor might go down too. They're bleeding kills.
Oh, oh.
Tide
Tide
knows.
knows.
Doesn't
That's
Feel
the field.
good.
It
He's
was
running.
5.
Ramsey's is fast though.
Yeah, he's dead.
Yeah, Razor almost died there. Good call.
You're welcome.
Yep.
But look at
Wait,
I love it.
That's a solo kill.
Smack on the ass with a tree.
Exotic Deer's having a rough one. Solo killed by Morph, and now because of that, Tiny's so far.
Playing lifesteal like this is just such a nightmare.
This game looks pretty out of hand.
I feel like they. So last game, BP had this really bad matchup with the Batrider, and they just kind of like made it so that Kinguin had to react to the mid lane so that Batrider could have a better game. And I feel like they had to kind of just let that happen on Kinguin this game, because now that their lifesteal had a bad lane, he's just a handicap.
My big concern with
Oh,
them
there it is.
that's the stun right there.
Send him into the tower. He,
That was pretty
Waveform
sick.
pass.
yeah, he waited for him instead of
That-
the blink. Yeah.
That waveform cast range.
He did go 4-step. I'm glad he finished that. I think that's really important.
Okay.
I think he would have lived mid if he had it.
So that was, yeah, what I was saying was I think the struggle thing for me for Kinguin is when they do group up, they don't have any tower hitters. So they have no way to force buildings, even when they're at this deficit, to try to get their lifesteal back online through tower gold. Top now. Patos could be in a big amount of trouble, but the Avalanche is actually off the mark by no one.
They still kill him though with, yeah.
Yep.
The tree through the cogs has the range. Little scooping that one up.
Even popped the dust, thinking there could be a bounty in the
If he
area.
switched to this game, he went magic resist
Yeah, this
versus
game.
AA puck.
Yeah,
especially.
yeah. Prioritizing depending on game.
You know,
And he's got a
should always
bottle.
be.
Oh, steals the rune from no one.
Dire are
Thank you. He stole the kill too.
4 position
He's taking
players, SMH.
So how can Kinguin get back in this one? I mean, they have to get their lifesteal armlet online before they can really make plays with Infest, but
They
I
have
think
to,
Infest 5-man plays with their heavy amounts of team fight is their way back into this one, in my opinion.
I think.
Just get the track rolling.
If you get one more team fight like you did last, you killed 3 heroes, tier 1 tower. You can't even do Roche. If Lifestealer is more farmed, you could think about it, but I don't think you can.
Lifesteal is actually terrible at Roche because his feast doesn't work. Unless they have like Medallion as well. I think they drafted themselves into a corner.
They have no
here.
heroes that can do Roche. Even with Medallion, it feels like.
Yeah. Lifestealer is bottom of the barrel in terms of carries for
You know, they were,
Roche.
like we were mentioning during the draft, they were probably like, okay, they 4th picked this lifesteal and they see Clockwork picked, and they're like, oh my god, we're under so much pressure because we have to ban SF. But then you're like, you're a lifestealer leaving Razor in the pool, right? So it's like, it almost feels like the trade-off wasn't worth it. It's like maybe playing versus the SF would just been better. Because it's just how hard lifestealer gets countered by Razor.
Well, this could be a nice kill unknown if they find him.
Can they do it?
These track kills add up. It helps his Lifestealer a lot in his recovery.
He needs these.
He'll get armlet off this.
Man, it takes some elbow grease to get him down.
There we go.
They might get a bit more here after losing their AA.
I just ran through here. See ya.
That's honestly like overall good, I think, for Kinguin. Like, and not in the way of like yay, but you know that's the best you're gonna get.
Did they lose the tower there as well though in mid? They did, right? So
Several wards were expended, at least.
I think yeah, no one dying might actually. I mean, it's a gain for them because they get tracked, but yeah, losing tower and 2 heroes.
I'm not saying it's good. I'm saying it's like best.
Yeah, best case, fair enough.
Well, he
Radiant's middle
15-minute
tower is under
armlet. That
attack.
is rough. 16. Very rough. Cautious. He has the tranquils now. I mean, I don't know. But
Boba, what do you think?
how does Kinguin get
How
back
does
in this
Kinguin
game?
get back in this one? He said no. He said there's no way. That's what I understood from Boba there. Tough to understand him sometimes.
Excellent insight from the Mafia God.
Yep. I actually...
I lost Mafia to Bulba on my resume.
Sorry to bring that up. Does that hurt?
No, I just want to bring up one thing. That is the fact that Crit and Melons trusted Bulba over anyone just goes to show that...
All right, they need this. They need this
you don't
infest to
play.
work.
All right, sorry,
Get
Fog.
track money. Sorry, it's finals day. I'm focused.
Yeah, man.
On the Dota.
Keep it a Dota, you know.
Oh, you weren't first game until you went on the internet. I mean, I'm calling them out. BS, get the hell out of here.
I'm just here to have some fun.
Going on
You said
Morphling
you're
has
for
force
Dota.
staff though.
Okay, looks like they will be able to get the nab on the pot shot. Artside will also be there. Deer, hoping
These
for
are
all this.
huge
It's going to
kills.
continue to get a lot more. Here we go. Kinguin scoring some serious cash.
Signs of life. I like to see some
Yeah.
signs of life.
Group
It's
up.
good.
Group up as soon as they've got
His
armor.
life stealer's got 1900 gold on top of his armlet. He's got the Blightstone plus 15, or you know.
Plus tier 1, right? He's going to have a ton of gold. I think you give it to him, too. You have to.
I'd take it if I was the fuck.
They gotta have Nisha and enable
Thank you.
Deer.
Dire's middle
These
tower is
infest
under
bombs.
And that was a no Ravage. You saw him like setting up for a Ravage and no one else was coming. He's like, sick. This is a 3 for 0 with no Ravage.
I like the force staff choice on Tide if he eventually gets
Oh,
it.
that's clean.
DD Tiny.
Oh my. Oh. Sorry. That was sick.
You made it more exciting.
Dude, that was, I thought that was actually super sick. Ramsey's playing. He did the double juke back.
Tried
He
to
did get the toss back.
Nice ice Vortex. Vortex 100% saved him there.
Or did it?
Yeah, he's fine.
It saved him for the first time, and now he's dead. Should he have just kept running straight? Or did it?
I
did it
think,
matter?
yeah, I honestly think his best chance was running straight, even if like he still dies that
Another
way.
ice Vortex, right? Might have been enough.
I think
Yeah.
Razor catches with drums.
But plus he
drum.
went mech before force staff. I
you're
thought
right.
like his first major item was gonna be force staff.
First clock, yeah.
First clock razor. Even like Morphling stun, it's good against.
Maybe.
Get stunned and then you force the guy who gets stunned.
They got Roche. They got a Roche taker once he gets that Death Zone now too.
It's still bad.
It's still bad, but they can.
Yes,
If you get a
yes.
3 for 0,
It is a necessary item to ever rush.
they're gonna go for him. Can they? Oh, they thought he was gonna juke down. He almost should.
Shuriken though.
Is it enough?
Bit more, but Lil
He has to blink out puck if he gets pushed.
saves
No, the
Mr.
cogs-
President.
The cogs hit him.
Yeah,
so
he
he
pushed
pushed
him.
blink. That was so good.
They'll get Lil out of it though.
It's a track kill. 3 people.
These track kills are a lot of gold.
They're raking. They're still down for a kill.
This is the only way they can come back, so this is good. I like to, let's make a game out of it.
Counter ward again though. Art style. He's been on point this game or the series, pardon me.
Yeah, VP's warding has been very, very good this tournament with art style instead of solo.
Ramsey's going back to the BKB. I think he was going to go SNY, but he realizes that, King is turning up the pace. If he goes BKB, he's just never going to die in fights.
All they have to do is survive the initial burst from the infest bomb with puck, and then they
Yep.
can actually just win all these fights. I think that's Definitely the best item choice.
I like the SNY on Lifestealer again, just for the mobility of chasing fights because they lack disables.
This Razor's enormous. It's got 500 plus GPM on a Razor.
1,000 now. 420. No.
Oh,
Crack. Will the A blast
A blast
hit? That's with the urn on
Lifestealer
him.
close the gap. Yeah, this is good. Can't toss Raging.
Toss. Yep.
Ton of damage gonna come out though. Ramsey's getting like maxed out here. That doesn't work.
Yeah, you can't. The Fest does not remove it.
An effort was made, but he'll get whipped on down. The other side, look at this. Artsal catches up with another. Uh-oh. Guess his Kinguin are starting to hit all their marks and getting a lot going with these team fights track. BP just continue to just make their mark. Say that they're the better.
First showing of the Razor BKB.
The minute they link Lifestealer to fight, I don't think they can win a fight.
Unless he gets out like immediately, and he couldn't. Razor's far too quick.
He's got the
Casual
Yasha
Yasha.
phase.
Lil's level 11. He almost has a Spirit Vessel with a Soul Ring.
He's actually so farmed,
really
yeah.
farmed Clockwork. Even though he's bottom of the net worth of the whole game, he's still a super farmed.
Dude, everyone's rich this game.
Yeah, the other two supports have track gold that have been
Yeah.
pouring in. Takes the spell lamp on AA. He's going Spirit Vessel too.
And he almost has.
Yeah, decent item. He does have it actually.
Throw a snowball at me.
So Kinguin, see, I mean, they're keeping in this 3 to 4K lead for VP, which is fine. I mean, one big team fight.
This
Can't
game
get
is
around.
not unwinnable. Like
That's
honestly,
enough.
because of the fact that Morphling went this like more supportish build, like Lifestealer does scale well against Razor Tiny because as the game goes on, like he can actually kill Razor, but like before he gets enough damage. But still, it's like we said, it's still scary. Solo core, but they're looking to get something done with Infest. Really important. Prelude to travel on Puck, I like that. We talked about them having some possible split push and choose.
Bottom lane,
What's Shadow Shaman have? His
Blink.
Blink. That's so hard to play against.
the game changer.
Got a good timing on it. Oh, Lil, he knew that was coming.
Out. Can he make it?
He's dead.
Is he?
By the casual cloak. Just kidding, he's dead.
I don't think he is.
The Veil though, the Veil,
Veil.
spell lamp, spell lamp.
I don't think.
Oh,
Man, okay,
great.
Fog, come on, man.
That was still like 70 HP away.
No,
thought he- I
that
thought
was
he had-
actually really close.
He was 30 HP from break.
That was definitely within.
Someone
30
do the
HP.
math. Not on
Yeah,
here.
simple calculus, please.
He was close.
Whatever.
Oh, not getting any better.
Artsal was still
Yeah,
smoked from the
Sentry
bottom.
Ward already prepped.
They get this tower, tier 2 already.
Even though Kinguin has tie, they like can't fight into 4 or 5 heroes of VP. Oh, he has the. I was wondering what the heck is going on here. Podge is morphing to Puck.
Oh, that's such a good one.
Yeah, it
He's
is.
got the ways to get into the back lines.
Orb and then waveform and even more.
Yeah.
Orb, silence, waveform, stun. Back into the team.
Autos doesn't feel unkillable, and they feel the same way. They're just gonna hold him in a place, no one gonna smack him up, and he's gonna steal a ton of damage from his push.
I'm surprised he went this mech. I don't feel like the mech actually helps him at all.
Would you want a blink tag or
The
force?
Force,
stab?
I think the
Okay.
Force, yeah.
Just for
Force or
fun.
Hood.
I think Force and Hood would have been good. I think he was trying to bail his team out though, right? Because they were having a bit of a rough time. He's like, all right, I'll go mech, we can group up. But it's not really working like that. Just, you know, trying to get into his thought process.
No, I'm not. Yeah, I understand what he was going for.
Yeah.
I think that in this game, he's like trying to solve a problem that isn't solvable.
What would that be in math? It's an unsolvable problem.
It's been a few years.
Divide by 0.
What's cosine?
There you go. Smart.
Sorry, Bog.
Got him.
Cosine. Cosine tangents, I remember.
Oh, yes.
Good times.
All right, so Bog, you're looking. What's going on here?
Kinguin's in a lot of trouble.
All right.
They have to make so much happen whenever they go for these infests, but VP, we heard them saying on the couch yesterday too, it's when you have these type of heroes and this type of lead, you don't want to just like keep forcing stuff. You see the way that they're distributed on the map, they're actually just playing the farm game. They know that they can take this to the later stages versus a single core lifestealer with their 2 cores. Well, 2.5 cores because the Morphling can get to a point where he's scary. So I think VP staying split up like this is exactly what they need to do to keep their lead. And they just have to maybe keep throwing some rockets, checking out the Roche in case Kinguin ever pushes out. But they can just show themselves a couple cores in the lanes and not be too worried on the side of VP.
Yeah, like Lifestealer can contest them late game, but that's with like equal or better farm, and he's not going to farm as fast as they do.
Yeah.
because he's a lifestealer with Deso Armlet.
Like that's what VP was saying on the couch yesterday, right? They were like, oh, this Razor should be farming more. I'm pretty sure they were saying
Yeah, they were.
over and over again. So I feel like that's gonna be the exact turn that they take here. Just make sure this Razor's top of the network the whole game.
Knowing when to do nothing is one of the hardest things to do.
Yeah, it is.
And
really-
patience.
Yes.
Exercising patience, exercising your advantage, just to go for a higher probability that there's going to be no answer from King.
Yeah, these top tier teams are just so good at it.
Efficiency around the map, right? That's pretty much what it comes down to at the end of the day.
Was it last summit or the summit before where we saw like just a new form of VP?
They used to
away from
they
the
used
divide.
to not do
The
this.
divide,
Yeah,
like we're just
exactly.
going to run you over, and then suddenly it was like, this is a team that's just so patient
They have
now.
like they used to not have like an on-off switch, and now they have it. Like and
Yeah.
it's so well like it's perfectly timed almost every.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
They might lose one hero here. Arcel. We saw them. They saw the fade from the bounty hunter there. Things coming out. Want Ramses without the A blast
Damn.
though. Not gonna happen.
So-
The BKB it's super tough.
These type of games, I wonder exactly when VP's timing is. Like, I think they're just gonna go when they have, like, just enough items they feel like they can fight. And that's like BKB on Tiny, maybe next item on Razor, Dagger on Morph. Oh my goodness, he's like Shadow Shot.
Only an AA to help him out, like, doesn't help at all.
They have like no cancel for the Shadow Shaman Shackle, even though he's
trying to put him up on this hard style to be able to get him down, but here comes Ramses. He's gonna get revenge, but okay.
Daze Boot's not off cooldown.
he's
On the other side, it's a tied-on-tied action here.
Oh, you get the taunt? Wait, you get the taunt when you get
the backstroke.
The meta shifted.
the meta has changed.
The meta
Morphling versus
shifted.
Tide.
Now, the question is, I wonder if he knew that, you know, like
He tried it instantly.
Yeah. Either way, if he knew, that's even like if he didn't know, that's even better.
I love
Dancing
Pasha.
Pasha.
on the
Saves.
team with your own taunt.
I love Pasha.
It's so funny, actually. You should steal lifesteal. That's a good taunt too.
Damn, they didn't even get the AA though.
They didn't. He actually managed to juke the Razor because he lost the static link.
Daze Boots. Them doing this
Plus
shit.
Ice Vortex, you know, it gives him that move speed.
But off laner.
No, does it now? I thought they took that away.
No, they gave it to
They
him.
do, but you can actually read that it does it now?
No, it doesn't
It
say
doesn't
it
even
still.
say that
It
stuff?
gives you the movement speed though.
Even if you hold alt?
Nothing,
Unplayable.
it doesn't show.
Unplayable.
Oh, Lily.
Block maybe.
They shoot the J, bit off the mark, but they'll be able to get the finish.
They did not
Possibly.
clip him with the ult.
They tried to 4-step break the coil there on
Oh
him.
no, and he's out of there.
That was perfectly timed. That coil just
That
ended
did
right
just
hook.
happen.
Wow.
Ooh, that's gotta feel good. Morale
that-
pretty high for VP.
So is Razor going for Aghanims as a final item? I saw him take the eye.
That's such a common thing. I like right when I saw that talent, I thought it's a 33% damage increase if you don't count the minus armor. So which like obviously as the armor is reduced, it's even more every hit. So it just gives you ridiculous tower damage. Like
I think it makes Razor or Lifestealer's game like impossible. You run in and you
Yeah.
just get put to negative armor almost instantly.
Razors usually go something like Shiva's too,
Yeah.
so you don't necessarily need like the 10 armor. He's only got Lifestealer to worry about, and they have like 2 or 3 stabs already.
When you asked when VP's window was, right, it just doesn't matter.
Yeah, I think
they
it's
play
they're
forever.
literally just like, let's keep
Yeah.
looking for kills. We'll just push high ground when we feel like we have enough items. He's going Ags on Puck.
They don't have Razor here for VP. I don't think they want to go for this type of play.
Around the shrine too.
They
Did
smoke.
they just flare right on
They
top of that
flared.
flare?
Yeah, there was a smoke on top of that.
Yes.
It's rough.
High ground. Get the Razor to come.
Running over.
He knows they're there, he just doesn't care.
Kinguin should do this. Oh no, a follow Ravage easily BKB'd. This is not good for Kinguin. They waddle their way out, and they're just kind of forced into a fight at this point. Exotic here tries to go on in, but VP have already done so much work. Ramsey's there in the back line, is just ready to shred it all apart. Virtus Pro going on an all-out assault. God damn.
That was freshly delivered Ags on Puck, right? 'Cause I think
Yeah,
I saw that coil
those were-
snap
yeah,
on
he's-
BKBs.
He was not aware on Ramsey's part. You could tell.
Yeah. But either way, they still just
3 for 1 into row.
run through them here.
Dude, that AA blast, I thought it was gonna hit on 2, and then Pasha last second with the 4-staff. If you miss an AA blast or Ravage, right, you just can't win. Just kick
Four staff is just so good against Kinguin's lineup.
Roche claim now. DD on Tiny.
Snipe the Roche?
Lil?
Oh, they
Lil
Ah,
is.
he's good.
We're gonna say he's fine. He's probably gonna die. He's fine.
It was closer this time than last time. Are you
It
guys
was
serious?
closer this time.
he's fine.
Way.
Same amount of health, but he has more health.
Oh my, Ramses is just working him right now.
Close enough to throw up, and they'll take the bounty down. He's got no buyback.
And there's no Ravage.
50 seconds.
Radiant's middle tower
This
is
game
under
got out of
attack.
control quick.
I think VP loves playing versus Bounty. They know in the laning phase.
It punishes like
Yeah.
lack of discipline. They do not have that problem.
Ooh.
No one went for it.
Every avalanche.
If I hear that thing one more time.
He's trying to make a pun there with the toss, but you know.
I heard it.
Thank you.
It was good.
But it's just fundamentally wrong.
Shut up.
Fog, you're a bully.
You're bullying BSJ.
Yeah,
When?
he's
I
counter.
was defending.
How was I bullying?
Defendering,
I just
yeah.
said that
Defendering.
saying.
Defendering.
Just don't defend her over here.
Did you see that? There's 2 catapults there.
No, I didn't see
I know you get really excited
No,
about
I
2
didn't see it
catapults
now. I'm just sipping my coffee.
2-on-2 catapult action here, about to roll up.
Fog double catapult wave.
Thanks.
And I no Ravage, but VP still doesn't. Oh, looks like they might be grouping up for middle.
It's
Damn.
like
Ugh! Did you put a track on me?
it's one of
Don't
those
worry,
like
it wears off in
if they don't fight, they 100% win the game, right?
Yeah.
In terms of VP, like they'll just outfarm. The only way they lose is by fighting. So they'll even though they're so far ahead, they'll take it really safely. But they obviously have Aegis, so they'll push high ground with Tiny. Siege with wards. Nobody else is gonna walk up.
They're gonna try to chomp down the wards with
Just
the
take tier
rage.
3. Maybe look to re-engage if they want.
They're trying to toss back during the rage from Lifestealer.
Max coil.
But they'll just stand in it, unfazed.
The coil went up.
Put up, down. Tide loses half his life. 1 Rax goes down. He'll hit him with a gush. I mean, they're all tracked up, so let's get some bank shots. Sure can toss, but nobody gonna be hit hard enough to go down here. VP go in, they get what they want, and they leave.
Back to farming. Make sure Rage is just top of that net worth.
I almost need to watch this game back. I always wonder how Ramses is so farmed on Razor. That hero doesn't exactly farm fast. But he's like always. I mean, obviously he has his nuke, but
He's at like every fight too, right? Because of
Yeah.
the phase drum S and Y build. So
he's like every fight, and then he's just most farmed hero on the map by far. Like out farming a Tiny.
This guy is regarded as like top 2 carries in the world. Maybe even #1.
Razor's like farm method is not like straightforward, so definitely a game to watch.
Is a great conductor.
Said maybe top 1. Who would be the other?
I don't know. I actually think Ramses. I think Ramses is my favorite carry player. I mean, I count Miracle as a carry player.
Yeah, same.
That's
what
why
I was
I'm like,
thinking.
it's maybe Miracle for me.
God, that wave.
Okay, it's a hard move
Stab.
for more.
Against the Ravage.
Will it pay off?
Nope.
Coiled break.
They got him. Yep. That coil break
Oh,
with
the
the
coil
axe.
break.
It's
so
700
much.
damage. Yeah.
Oh, I forgot they like buffed
thing
it
goes
with
yeah,
the whole
nuts.
700 damn.
That was almost a nice juice.
Wait, so if you're Ice Vortex and you TP to base, does it count the Ice Vortex?
You probably take the damage.
Snaps?
I mean, this
I think
is,
it goes inbound, but you'd have to test
we
it.
don't
That's-
know.
that's
I,
a
mean,
good question.
I would assume it doesn't hit at the base, but
Okay, you know,
some things linger.
could make a difference.
Well, no one get that bottle of DD. Maybe want to go with something, but
Get what he got. Onto Deer. Deer trying to chew his way out of it, but
Go infest. He's going for the linkeds. It's like you have to get linkeds because you don't want to get linked, but then what do you do damage-wise?
it's a full Shivas on Ramses, by the way, too, not an
Yeah.
Axe.
Usually it's Shiva. I usually see Shivas into Axe. It's like usually why they go the talent, because you get the armor from Shivas, then you go back for Axe. But you don't even have to go Axe this game. You have Tiny for build damage in.
Shadow shot. This is where they're gonna try to just end the game. Is there bots on that Morphling? You said he had Tranquil Boots, right?
That's what they want to do.
Yep.
Top lane, bounty hunters like trying to get wards up. Like, you know, if we see someone in the jungle, we can take a fight. But this is just a full committal for VP.
Blink on side, digging on puck. See if they can make something happen with it. Otherwise, they're going to be taking some more severe base damage as the wards already dropped. Ramses down on the tier 3.
down. They'll probably back. Life Stealer's up.
That one ward.
They may just not care though.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
See the creep, but the tier 3 goes down. Now it's time to work on the racks. They're backing at the moment. There's a jump in. The Ravage flies out. Does connect onto 2. But we're going to go for the focus onto the no one. Tiny, but they can't quite get it. Jump from Lil, lock him into place, and now hell breaks out here. Toss back. Eats the tree, and Invertus Pro just clean house. And the Penguin will be forced to tap. Kinguin go down.
They tried to burst 9 Pasha, who was on
Tiny
he was morphed into Tiny, and when you morph back to your ult, you just get full health again.
And he used the Eul's play. He just heals himself up, dodges the AA blast, and then just morphs back into.
He stole the tower with his toss too.
Yeah.
Toss is the man.
Look at that old Life Stealer and Ponzi.
Well, he died. Just kidding.
Yeah.
Well played. Wow. A clinic almost. MVP in this series is what it feels like.
No mercy. Oh, maybe they get Pasha here. Bye-bye.
Step 1 of 50.
Yep.
18k lead now. They're trying to chase.
Sliding away.
Oh, the uphill
Or movement
Kinguin
speed.
just desperate to just grab anything they can here.
Insta hex.
Get it. Yeah, turn around, got like Ramses now.
They're pain. They knew he was still there.
Radiant's middle tower is
Wants this.
Wants to go.
Oh no.
What? Homing missile. What? That is not how trees work.
Yeah, heat-seeking tree. I read it up about those.
It's not on planet Earth.
100 attack speed now on the Razor too.
Guys,
Already level 25, dude. Ramses is actually such a monster.
agreed.
One comment I have about this game is like, you learn a lot about the draft when you watch how the game goes out. And we talked about how it's like a solo core life stealer, and it's just so genius that they picked Razor at the end of the draft. And honestly, like good for the lanes, but they're just like, yeah, it's a solo core life stealer, and the only way they win is by him getting farmed. So we'll pick a hero that screws him over.
Life stealer
Yeah,
and
Life
Tide,
Stealer and
right?
Tide, yeah.
Like
Yeah.
You literally are gonna win a lane, 100%.
Yeah, you're gonna win the lane, but it's like there's plenty of heroes that can win the lane. That's the point. Is like what makes it so for me. Like I learn so much when I look at that kind of stuff. It's just it is the I'm like I'm gonna learn what the perfect pick here is, and I'm gonna find out why. Razor, and it makes so much sense when you see it played out. That's just top tier teams understand it. So
Yeah, VP now. Going for the last play here, putting up these very aggressive boards. This game out.
yeah, this is the final.
Does our style have Aghanims too? You get it on the poor Shadow Shaman? He does. He's level 819.
Oh god.
For the Eggs wards. And Blinky almost missed the takedown there of his little puck.
And instantly Exotic Deer is linked and getting ran down by Ramses.
Just walking the dog back home here. He wants to go in for the finish. They do turn around with the blast, but already too much damage done. All the Penguins come falling down. Virtus Pro
Dance party in the cogs.
will be the first team to advance into the finals for the Summit 8.
No one is
They looked
feeling themselves.
so confident in this series, to be honest here. Their movement around the map, just